There's a brand new perfume brand you're absolutely going to want to hear about. This is the Mischief Academy. It is a Vietnamese brand based out of San Francisco. The owner, Sophie Nguyen, reached out to me and said, hey, you know Denom, like matcha soft serve Denom? The founder is an advisor for our brand, and they're fairy tale scents, by the way. Do you want to try it? Yes, please. Say no more. Let's go through them. Start off with the 2 full bottles I was sent. Winnie the Pooh is a very herbal honey. The opening is quite sweet, but it's a honey that I can actually stand. A lot of them I cannot, and they get stuck in my throat. The clary sage and the lavender definitely come through, so it gives us this like almost kind of calming vibes, and the beeswax is really interesting in here. I like this a lot. To me, it kind of smells like a very fancy hotel bathroom, and I mean that in a very good way. The Mad Hatter is the bottle that I chose. They actually surprised me with the other one. The Mad Hatter gives me absolute it girl energy. It's very unisex. I actually think if you like Baccarat, but you want something different, but like the same kind of taste-making, it-grabbing scent, you might really like this. The cognac and the rum are really boozy in the top, and then it gets quite creamy. There's condensed milk and butter in here. Delicious. And then the dry down goes to like quite a soft, smooth, silky saffron leather. I think it's the perfect wintertime scent. I'm going to douse myself in it. It's definitely the deepest in the collection. By the way, they come with blotters for you to sample everything, and they have the name of the fragrance, which I love, just like Denom. Then we have the Little Mermaid, which I thought I might not like, but actually ended up being one of my favorites in the set. It smells to me like a glass of champagne garnished with a big old chunk of lemon. It's very zesty and bright and effervescent, and as it dries down, you get more of the aquatic sea salt vibes. There's also a seaweed note in it, but it doesn't go savory at all. It's just creamy and delightful. Sometimes aquatic isn't my fave, but I really enjoy this one. To me, this smells like a luxurious spa where you can see the ocean while you're being absolutely pampered with a glass of champagne. The Cursed Apple I was really excited for with that red apple note, but I don't smell much of it, to be honest. This to me is a very powdery lipstick rose scent with a hint of violet in it. It's honestly not my favorite because I don't really like a lipstick note. If you like lipstick, this is for sure a lipstick scent. Some of the berries do come out in the base, but to me, this isn't my favorite of the collection. Hansel and Gretel is the one that made me slap the roof of my car, if you want to go see that video. It is beautiful. This is not at all a gourmand bomb like I was expecting. It's in fact almost like a demi, which is one of my favorites. I'm surprised there isn't a whipped cream or heavy cream or something like that listed in it because it's quite lactonic and milky, but I love the clove and ginger in here. They aren't too, let's say, fresh grated. They're more subdued and soft and subtle, but in the most beautiful way. This is one that almost feels like if you wanted a skin scent that was a gourmand. It's really, really nice. Reminds me in a way of my favorite perfume lately, which is cinnamon rolls. I think this would pair so nicely with that. And if you're a fan of that, you might like this. And if you end up liking this, you might like that. Pinocchio is a stunner, like an understated stunner. This is such a beautiful skin scent. It's got the hintiest hint of peach in here and saffron, but like the tiniest droplet of saffron. It's mostly just a very creamy sandalwood. Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. This is so elegant. It's such a creamy sandalwood. If you are a sandalwood lover, you have to get your nose on this one. I think the Jungle Book might end up being the standout, most popular scent in this collection. It is a really beautiful fig scent. I know nothing about harvesting figs, but to me this smells as if you just pulled one off of a tree or bush or whatever they grow on, because the greenness is almost like bright and sharp, and the fresh oil of a fig coming out. Do they have oil? I don't know, but there's a bit of pear in here that still brings it back to that like fruitier side that gives it a bit of brightness. It's just stunning. It's very dewy, luminescent. When I'm telling you, you guys are gonna fall in love with this because I'm kind of a fig hater and this is doing something for me. Also, before I was able to film this, I saw a couple questions about the artwork and if it was AI. Sophie said that it's royalty-free stock images that they paid for commercial rights to use. I don't know much about that whole world, but I am glad Sophie was willing to answer my question about that. If you twist my arm and you want to know my top 3, I'm gonna say The Jungle Book, Hansel and Gretel, and The Little Mermaid. I think they're all stunning, but those three kind of stand out a little more to me compared to other fragrances I've smelt. But really, the whole line is so enjoyable and a pleasure to smell. If you're looking for a new sample set, I think you might like this. It's really well-rounded. It's not too hard to approach. There's a little bit of something for everyone. I wish there was another fruitier scent, but other than that, I can't really complain. The bottles are lovely. I think the price point is quite fair. I'm a big fan.